This is a message to all my supporters of this podcast. I'm introducing a new supporters program. You can contribute a small amount as a one-off payment to show your love for this podcast. Thank you in advance for all your contributions. I just wanted to let you know before we start the podcast that I am doing an online podcast course, how to be able to create, get your guests, scale it and monetize it. So please do go to abmpodcastcourse.co.uk and go into the contact us bit. I'm looking for new people to be able to be a podcast creator and really to be able to develop their skills and knowledge into a podcast. So as I said, go to abmpodcastcourse.co.uk and sign up. Thanks.
This is the Absolute Business Mindset Podcast. This quick podcast will give you insight into business. I will share my thoughts, ideas from content leaders, and experiences from my life. This podcast will educate you on business. I also hope you'll have a few aha moments on this journey. Today is Mindset Monday, and today I want to talk to you about your assets and building assets. So what I want to talk about today is the importance of being able to build assets if you want to be an entrepreneur. The reason why assets are so important is that it means that you are able to have passive income or semi-passive income. Now, passive income is where it makes you money even when you sleep. And semi-passive income is where it makes you money, but while you need to do very limited work or on that project or business. So why do I say this? Because there is only so many hours in the day that you're able to deliver high quality products, services to your business people, to your clients. So I think it's incredibly important if you're going to have multiple income streams, which I would definitely suggest if you're an entrepreneur. I wouldn't put everything in one business because if an outside factor like a recession or a pandemic hits your business, you will really struggle if that is your only revenue stream. So what I would say is an asset is important. It could be property, it could be a course, it could be there are any number of things that you can include as an asset. For me, courses and property is where I make my passive income. I also am coaching. And coaching is not passive income because it is an active, in essence, it's kind of like a job. But where you can make that into passive income is by having programs perhaps that you record, like courses, webinars that you record and are able to sell at a later stage to new clients that haven't seen it. And so one of the things that you might want to do is create yourself a program, record it, and then sell it on a website through various links, Facebook ads or whatever it is. So it's incredibly important for you to think in that term that you're able to make the money. I would actually say property can be a passive income, but there is a slight threat with that. There are always costs when it comes to property. There is always an upgrade and improvement that's needed. And sometimes that does need your involvement. So I would say be slightly cautious because property, although a lot of the time it is essentially passive income, especially if you have letting agents, people looking after your property, and you're not answering every email about a light bulb or a fridge not working or whatever. So it's an incredibly important asset, and I would definitely advise you guys to think about property as a big asset class in itself. But my sort of disclaimer, my warning about that is there are usually costs that come throughout the year when it comes to property. But for me, courses are great. At the moment, I'm doing my podcast course. I'm doing that live at the moment, but the intention is to be able to record it and then package it together in different modules, which people can download, and I can send videos about those courses. So there are any number of ways of being able to do that, and I'm looking into that right at this moment. The other thing is, or it depends on your podcast whether you're making money from it, but essentially once you put that out there and you release it, if you're making money from downloads or from sponsorship deals, that is an asset in itself. A podcast can be an asset and can make you money, even because I still get people downloading my very earliest podcasts. And if I did have sponsorship, if I did have ads on my podcast, that would still make me money, whether they download the latest episode or the first episode. So podcasting also can be an asset class as well. So I would say to you, if you are a business owner or an entrepreneur, you should be thinking about building assets and make sure that they are making you money while you sleep or not having to work on them too much. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate all your support, your listens, your downloads, your subscriptions. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'll speak to you soon.
One last thing before you go, I am taking on new coaching clients. So if you are interested, go to my website and go to absolutebusinessmindset.com. Go down to the bottom onto contact us and drop me a note. Put in the title that it's for coaching. I've got 13 years worth of corporate experience where I've moved through promotions. I'm really looking for people that are starting their career in the corporate environment, are stalling in their career, or want a fresh perspective or a change in role. I'll be able to help all you guys that are in those sorts of positions, and I'm here to be able to help. So go to absolutebusinessmindset.com, down to the bottom, contact us, and just drop in the subject that you want to help on coaching. Thanks.
To make sure millions of people are getting paid on time and in compliance, ADP is staying on top of each new piece of legislation. So when it comes down to it, ADP isn't just a payroll and HR company. We're the company that helps you navigate complexity. Learn more at adp.com.